bouncing around on the chop here in the Solent, but looking great, and it's going to be a great spectacle.
Cowes, it was really strong winds, and we knew the first 24 hours was going to be pretty tough. Having kind of not sailed together in the boat, it was quite kind of a baptism of fire, I suppose. But I think we got on pretty well, and after that first 24 hours was over, we were a lot happier and a lot drier on the boat, and yeah, we just kept trying to play in the mix with the rest of the fleet. We know that everyone's had a bit more experience than us sailing the boat together, so we just tried to sail as best we could and make some good tactical decisions. We made a bit of an error going into Lime Bay after Portland, which lost us a few miles, but then coming up to Lizard and going around Land's End, we managed to kind of make a few slightly nice attacks, and then kind of catch back up with the front group, and then just held on to that until we got to Fastnet Rock. And then after that, with the scow bow, as soon as you start reaching or going downwind, they're just a whole new level of speed compared to the other boats. So first kind of few days I've been sailing these boats, and we just kind of played around with a few settings and seemed to find a really nice mode compared to the other boats, and just really got going. And by the time we got to Bishop Rock, we were in the lead, which we were really happy about. And without saying it on the boat, we were all just kind of hoping that we could cling on till the end, and we just about managed to. There was sort of 0.2, 0.3 of a mile between us and second place. So really happy to finish here in Cherbourg tonight with sort of such a small gap to second, but having won the Class 40 fleet, so it's pretty good. We haven't, I don't think any of us have eaten in the last 12 hours or so, eaten or slept. We've just all kind of sat there in silence, just trying to work out how to get every ounce of speed out the boat, and constantly rethinking like strategy calls and checking what we're doing. But I think the guys did a great job. Antoine's done a really good job with the boat and putting us together in time for this race. And I think just going to the race with less stress and less pressure kind of meant that we were much more open to sailing our own race and just doing our own thing, and it ended up paying off quite well. But for sure, coming into the finish, we were probably one of the most stressed moments I've had this year. I've been raced around here loads in the Figaro and a few other races, but I think just that's the bit where you've got to be switched on and awake for, and I think we did that quite well. We were switched on and managed to find a nice mode through there. But to be honest, our luck kind of ran out as we got into the Alderney Strait. We ran out of wind, and the whole fleet just caught up with us at that point. And we only had 30 metres in front of second place at one point, and we just managed to kind of pick up the new wind first, and then that was it. We had enough lead to kind of just hold on to that till the finish. So.